Alright guys, back with another video responding to cybersecurity career advice. The last video we did numbers, so I guess you guys like this sort of video. I'm just brutally honest with what I see on here. A lot of it is BS. Some of it is actually good and actionable, so I'm just gonna be reacting to it, seeing like exactly what these people are saying on TikTok, which was supposedly banned and is no longer banned, and so I guess we could react to more videos. If you're new here, I'm Day. I'm a cybersecurity engineer at Amazon, and I've been in cybersecurity for about 5 years now, and I've done everything from detection engineering to cloud security, instant response, blah, blah, blah. All that doesn't matter. Today we're gonna be reacting again to cybersecurity TikTok. If you haven't seen the last video, you definitely wanna go check it out. It was pretty cool. People really liked that video. So I'll leave a link to it in the description or on a card on the screen. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, join our Discord community, subscribe to our cybersecurity newsletter, and check out the other videos for some pretty good and actionable cybersecurity advice. That being said, let's dive right into this. It's Monday and I'm bored, so let's just do this and get it over with. I just sound so bad right now. All right, let's start with the first one here.
Getting into the cybersecurity industry is all about leverage. And the reason why a lot of you can't seem to gain leverage is because you're not actually interested in cybersecurity.
Oh, that's a bar. He's always speaking facts. Like, I actually like this guy. He's actually he speaks facts. So that's a bar right there.
You're interested in the pay band that comes with cybersecurity. You're interested in the option for remote work that comes with cybersecurity, but you're not interested in doing the groundwork that it takes in order to get in this industry. If you're expecting a company to pay you 6 figures, let you work from wherever you want to work from, give you great benefits, $20,000 bonus, right? You want to drive a nice car and you want to go on vacations like the tech bros and all that. It's like, yeah. That's a difficult job market to break into to get that kind of flexibility. It's not easy, and the problem is social media gurus have tried to make y'all feel like it's easy so they can sell y'all on their courses.
Yo, he's preaching right now. Like, he's legit getting into it. Like, this is so much facts. Like, he's literally saying the truth. Like, a lot of people are truly not interested in cybersecurity. They're just interested in the money that comes with it. So they don't even have the right motivation. Now, I do feel like to some extent money could be a good motivation, but I feel like if you're solely going into it for money, you're already going in for not the best reason, right? Because are you really going to be passionate about it? There's this concept called Ikigai, right? Ikigai is basically a Japanese philosophy that encourages you to discover your life's purpose and to live a joyful life, right? I actually have read a book about it. I have a poster of it up in my living room. But basically, when you look at the Ikigai diagram, you have 4 circles, and at the intersection, and I'll probably overlay something of that about it somewhere on the screen here. I want to see if I can find a good description of it. This is a perfect one for it. So you can see here, right, there are 4 circles. At the top, you have what you love, you have what the world needs, we have what you can be paid for, and you have what you're good at, right? So at the intersection of this, the intersection of your mission, your passion, your profession, your vocation is where you find Ikigai, right? It's there's the satisfaction of what you're doing and also you feeling useful for doing that. There is also the delight in doing it and also the income from that you actually you're getting paid for it, right? There's the excitement of it because you're good at it and you love it, right? So there are all these intersections. If all those things are not coming together to form this cohesive thing, you're not going to be able to achieve this Ikigai, right? For work, right? Your reason for being, right? And essentially with work, you want to kind of work your life and your career slowly to a point of Ikigai where you're doing what you love, you're doing what you're good at, you can improve at getting good at what you're doing what the world needs, right? So for example, for me, I love cybersecurity. I've ever since I've been in the industry, I've loved it and enjoyed it. I'm pretty good at it. I keep getting better at it. So I keep getting more satisfaction from doing it. The world needs my skill sets. I'm helping protect people and their livelihoods and their money and their assets and everything that belongs to them in the digital world. And I'm also getting paid very well for it. So I would say like I'm in a pretty good Ikigai spot, but for some people, they don't truly love cybersecurity, right? And they're not really good at it, right? So they're like missing like pretty much half of the equation, even though the world needs it and they could get paid pretty well for it. There wouldn't really be that satisfaction there. So for anything really, you want to have a combination of all those things: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. And you don't always have to have all of those things. You can slowly build that over time. Like for example, let's say like you are pretty good at this thing, but you're not getting paid well for it. You can slowly like build your skills to get, better paid. But ultimately, if you're missing like a huge chunk of this Ikigai like equation and this Ikigai like cohesion, you're not going to be very, very happy with it. And I think this guy's just really spitting facts here about people just selling you courses.
It is not easy getting into cybersecurity. It took me years to break into the cybersecurity industry, starting from IT help desk and doing internships and going to free career fairs on Friday nights where my friends were partying, and hours and hours of studying and going to networking events and trying to meet people on LinkedIn and refreshing my resume and getting rejected again, applying to hundreds of jobs, right? Like I had to do a degree in computer science that I completely struggled through.
This guy's really speaking facts. This is the grind that a lot of people don't realize. Like this is the grind that some people have to go through. Some people have the natural skill and knack for computer science, for cybersecurity and computer science and coding and all of those things. Some people have the natural knack for it, but not everyone is like born with those natural skill sets, right? And some people actually literally have to grind for it. Like I had to grind for it. I don't have a natural like propensity to just like be good at things. I don't. I always have to grind for stuff. But people don't realize that. They just see like the outcomes, but they don't realize the amount of effort and time that has actually gone into building your skill set to that level. And for some people, they don't even understand that because they never had to truly grind because of like natural ability, right? Of course, with natural ability comes like some level of hard work, but some people like have to work 3 times harder than other people just to get to the natural ability of some other people. And a lot of people don't really realize the grind for that. Like this sometimes could truly be a grind. And he's just spitting facts. I love that so much.
To take calculus 3 times, and if I would have failed the 3rd time, I would have gotten kicked out of the program. And bro, by the way, once you get in cybersecurity, it's not all peaches and rainbows either. My job causes me extreme amounts of stress. Oh, and
that's one part people don't talk about. The fact that some cybersecurity roles could cause you like real stress. Like I've literally had like periods of my life where like I would wake up with like this feeling of impending doom, like literally, and I mean coupling that with like some other things that was going on in my life, it didn't help with the situation. But like I would wake up with so much anxiety, like, or I'm working. I mean, of course, part of me is like an adrenaline junkie, right? And like I just get a high from like doing stuff that's like that gives me a high from like responding to an incident, like a SEV2, right? Or like a high critical severity alert. Like that gives me a high. But like the anxiety that comes from like some of the things that you have to do or like the pressure of the work, sometimes like it could be really up there. So a lot of people don't really like realize that that comes with the territory.
By the way, the more you get paid, the more responsibility you have. They don't tell you about when you studying for them certs and it's summertime and all of your friends are out. Your friends are asking you to go to the nice rooftop lounge. All the girls is out. Everything is nice. But no, you got to stay in and study for the certs. And all you can do for 4 to 6 months is put your head down, go to the gym, come home, eat, go to work, study for certs, and go to bed for weeks and weeks and weeks straight. And then on top of that, you go into work and your boss wants you to redo the entire slide deck that you did.
That is so funny. No, that's so funny. Like it could be a slide deck, it could be a doc, it could be like your analysis of something. Like he gets it. This is so true. I am so glad that this is the first video. Like I think this is Kyrie. Kyrie, if you're watching this, bro, like shout out to you. This is the stuff people need to know about because there's so much glamorization of like this career field. People don't understand like the grind that go into it. That's why they get so discouraged when things don't work out. Like I have failed certifications. I've failed certifications multiple times. I've failed classes. I've been through like dropping out of school like temporarily because like I already had a job but I didn't want to go back to school, and like literally the day I graduated from college, I cried because I was like, bro, like, it's been so hard. Like, for some people, it is a grind. For me, it's a grind. And for him, obviously, like, coming to where he is at right now has been a grind, and it's probably still gonna keep being a grind. It probably gets easier over time as you have more experience, but a lot of people don't realize this. That's why like some people like get into it, but they easily lose motivation because they thought it would be easy. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. But let's get back to him just speaking facts.
Or redo the entire paper that you wrote. Or you have that one annoying ass coworker. And they don't talk about how the stress that you have from work seeps into the relationships that you have with people if you don't manage it correctly. But guess what? What are you willing to sacrifice to live the kind of life that you want to live? You want to travel, right? You want to drive the fast cars. You want to have the flexibility to do what you want. And for my guys and my girls who are past that stage of life where maybe you just want to be able to take care of your family, right? All of that has a cost to it. But listen, that's not a bad thing. That's perfectly okay because that's just how life goes. That's just how life is. Life is not supposed to be this, I'm happy all the time and everything is just going perfectly and everything is just going great. That's not how life is. Life is about sacrificing to get the things that you want and to do the things that you want to do. And there's no other way around it. And it translates to everything in life. If you work a full-time job and you're a part-time entrepreneur like me and you want to look good too, oh yeah, guess what? We got to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym. Oh, and by the way, since you're an entrepreneur, you got to work on weekends. So all that going out and drinking and all that with your friends and everything like that, yeah, we're going to have to cut that out. But that's why you have to really be clear about what it is you actually want out of life. And you have to make sure that the things you want out of life are the things you actually want and not the things that society has told you that you want. And you have to be completely...
Well, I think it's going into like a little bit more philosophical stuff there, but like he's so right? Like, you know, between like, you know, working out and studying and like, you know, like doing your job and getting better at what you do and, you know, making content on the side, like your family, like your relationships, like all of those things, a lot of things to balance. You just really have to like make the concession of like what really matters to you and what are you willing to sacrifice for that. And I've come to a point of knowing what matters to me and knowing how to balance across all these different things. Like, but it's truly a skill that you need to get down. So honestly, Kyrie is a real one. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but real talk here. Love this video. Great advice there. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next one. This one is going to be becoming a cybersecurity analyst in 2025. Okay, I'm just looking at the top videos. All right, let's see what this one's is saying. All right.
To become a cybersecurity analyst in 2025, the roadmap is easy. The roadmap is simple. That's it. That's the only thing that's simple. The work that you about to put in, no, it's not. You're going to have a lot of late nights and you're going to cry. But it's all right. Just keep going.
I love this video. Honestly, oh my goodness, that's so funny. I thought he was gonna say something like trivial, but it's so funny that he said, nah, I love this video. It's amazing. Honestly, that's the roadmap. No, that is hilarious. That's the roadmap. I love that. Amazing video. Great job, Ace with the spade. I love it. Oh, look, listen, I love it. I think we're coming in good this year. People are actually like being realistic this year. So I love that. Look, let's go to the next one.
Look, cybersecurity is hard, and I'm actually tired of people acting like it's not. As you can see, it's Sunday. I'm currently at my desk. I've been here pretty much all day. It's 3 o'clock right now. I've been here since 6:30 a.m. And yes, you can make a ton of money working in cybersecurity. I'm 25 years old and I make over $150,000 a year. But I also work my ass off. Like, I put in the work. I've been putting in the work since college, like when I was studying pre-med. Graduated nearly 4.0. So it's not just like it all fell into my lap. So don't let social media just kind of influence you to thinking that you can attain something without working hard. Oftentimes, you may see cybersecurity professionals working odd hours, over maybe 60 hours a week, including work, upskilling projects, or whatever the heck it may be outside of work. People work night shifts, people work morning shifts, people work afternoon shifts. It's really, really like a lot of different things. But to be honest, it's the perfect career for me. I love the pay. I love the flexibility to be creative. I love the aspect of constantly learning. But this is all to say, like, you gotta work hard. You gotta really lock in.
I love that, man. You said he put it perfectly. You gotta lock in. You truly have to lock in. Like, that's just really what it is. He's right. Like, some people are working like different shifts. I remember a few years ago, I was working the SOC like night shift. Like, I was working from like evenings all the way to the mornings. Sometimes I work from like midnight all the way to like afternoons. Like, crazy shift, but like I was like 19. I was making pretty good money. I was making like around like $100,000 like at 19. Like, but like the hours were crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, it was great. I enjoyed it. I loved it. Like, it was like, for me, like, it was perfect for me. Like, it was a thing I could put my mind and my strength into. I enjoyed the work because I was like, I'm passionate about what I'm doing because it's a good cause. There's something good behind it, right? I enjoy it. I love solving the puzzles, but I also love the fact that what I do actually has an impact on people's lives. So if it works for you, it works for you, but just know it's hard. Let's go to the next one.
Okay, so here's how you're going to get a cybersecurity job in 2025. I'm going to literally lay out the blueprint for you, so take notes or save this video so you can come back to it later. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a training on cybersecurity. Now, if you're really new to tech, you might want to get a CompTIA A+ certification, but if you feel like you have some fundamentals, and it's really not necessary, you could just jump right into cybersecurity if you have the right program, but okay, so you're going to need a CompTIA Security Plus. That is your entry-level certification to enter the cybersecurity field. Now, cybersecurity is paying $130 plus just entering right now for entry-level because there's such a high demand for them.
No. Stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap. I don't like videos like this that don't have context behind that. Nobody is throwing you 130,000 off the bat without something, right? Without something significant that you're showing, bro. Like, this actually frustrates me because it sets the wrong precedence. All right, like, you can't just say get a security plus and you're gonna be making 130K in 2025 as a cybersecurity analyst. You have to be damn good, like damn good, to make $130,000 as a cybersecurity analyst in 2025. I'm talking about you're acing the interviews, because you know your stuff. Nobody's handing you $130,000 in 2025 if you're not pretty good at what you do. And if you say just the security plus, cap. That's not true at all. So I made a video about this probably a few weeks ago. If you're watching this at this point, I laid out a roadmap, and I started by telling you have to set realistic expectations. All right, because people are just gonna be like, "Oh, get a security plus." No, okay. I understand Security Plus is a good entry into cybersecurity, but it is so much more than that. You know what? I'll just stop rambling right now and just hear what else she has to say. But this is just cap, right? And it's agitating because I don't like the fact that people are going to be misled by someone who is just giving a blanket statement without any context. The video I made about getting into cybersecurity is almost 40 minutes long because I prefer to lay out all the context for you so you understand what you're getting yourself into and you understand all the possibilities without being misled about the fact that, oh, you can get into cybersecurity in 6 to 12 months, but not knowing you have to learn all these different things, experiment, understand what you want to do, look at these different, options that may work for you. And not everyone is a 20, 18-year-old that is just figuring stuff out. People are married with kids and families. Everyone's situation is different. So you can't just lay out blanket statements without giving context. It's extremely misleading. And it's irresponsible and misleading. I understand this is for social media, it's clickbait, but it's just extremely irresponsible and misleading to just make blanket statements for clickbait. It annoys me and aggravates me because people are going to be misled. For the 1% that would actually get into cybersecurity from this video, great for them. But what about the 99% who are not going to actually get any value from this? It's just so misleading. But let's hear what else she has to say.
So you're going to get your certification. First thing you need to do, honestly, is get the right training. So I have courses in my bio for cybersecurity boot camps, but you can also find training on YouTube. There's free trainings. Those are your two best options. After you get the training, you're going to want to sit down for that CompTIA Security Plus cert. Once you get the cert, you're going to apply for jobs. You're going to do some projects. At the Cyber Lab, we help you build a portfolio with projects and labs. So when you go sit down for interviews, you're able to show employers exactly what you know how to do so that they can feel confident that you're able to do what they need you to do at work.
Okay. I will give her this, like at the end, a little bit of course correction there with like talking about projects. Completely understandable. I think it's good to point out. And that's great. Like I'm completely on board with that. You guys know, like on this channel, I'm a huge proponent of projects. So I like that she said that. We're going to take a look at whatever her course is in a bit, but let's see what else she has to say.
That's literally all it takes for you to jump from where you are now. 2 to 3 months, you could be making 130 plus K.
No, not 2 to 3 months, bro. Like, come on. Like, let's not do that. Like, the exception is not the rule. Okay, unicorns are not horses. Okay, like, all right.
Okay, if you just follow these steps, like it's literally that simple. I'm not lying. This is no bullshit.
Oh, no. Oh my goodness. She said, it's literally that simple. I'm not lying. Like, bro, no. Like, let's see what she has on her website. All right. The cyber laboratory. Whoops. Let's see. Join our exclusive club. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to close this out. Let's just see what is on here. 50% courses, January 25. Let's see what is in the courses. 20 plus live expert led courses. Okay, what are the courses? Cybersecurity Accelerator Bootcamp, 2,900. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. What's in this? I'm not hating on anybody's like hustle. Like if they're teaching you Security Plus stuff and they want to charge 2,900 for this, I'm not like I think that's fine. That's fine for them because they're gonna go in depth into it and they're gonna have labs that's good. But let's not overinflate this like salary things. Like let's not do that. I mean, whatever they want to charge, that's good for them. Like I'm not here to like criticize that. That's their business. Like whatever anybody wants to charge, because I personally feel like the return on investment for a $3,000 training, if it's like times 20 or even times 30 of that, right? Like 3,000 times 30, that's like about like 90,000, right? So like, listen, like if you're getting a times 30 return of your initial investment, that's a great investment to me. So I'm not knocking their pricing here. I'm just, the expectations are just not like, I don't like these expectations there, right? But I'm not vouching for it, but like, I don't know. It's just it's iffy. All right, it's iffy. Their course might be great. Okay, they've got testimonies and everything. So if it's working for people, great. But and I respect that. If it's working for people, it's great. I respect that. But let's not set unrealistic expectations. All right. So all that said and done, let's go into the next video.
Hey y'all, so I'm gonna tell y'all 5 good certifications that's beginner friendly to have when getting into IT and cybersecurity. So my friend had texted me this morning and asked me with some good certifications. So I was like, okay, I'll let tell her, I'll let everybody else know too. So let's get started. Okay, so the top one is CompTIA Security Plus. I currently have that one. I got that one about 2 years ago. I think it lasts for, well, it expires in 3 years. So, you gotta keep, you don't have to take the exam again, but if you let it expire, you do have to take the exam again, but we're gonna get into that another time. But anyway, CompTIA Security Plus is a good one to start off with. I had to take it twice. I got it on my second time, but let's get into it. So it's best for a general cybersecurity role, security analysts, and IT professionals transitioning to security, which cybersecurity. So it covers network security, risk management, cryptography, threat detection, mitigation techniques, incident response, and compliance regulation. So,
All right, so she's doing great with given this context, right? With like explaining the Security Plus, but 5 beginner IT cybersecurity certifications. It's just kind of like, so what? So what? Like, so what? In 2025, I want all of you who are watching this video to break away from the shackles of gathering certifications and gathering all these credentials and like just doing a bunch of random stuff, right? I want y'all to like break away from the shackles of like, oh, somebody said I should get this or I should get that, and literally like making decisions for yourself from credible and contextual information, all right? Even me, if I make a video about a certification, I'm not telling you to go get it. I'm telling you to like evaluate your situation and see if it's right for you where you're at right now. Okay, so please, 2025 is the year where we need to break away from the shackles of just getting random certifications, all right? Now, I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were talking about like, for certain people, right, especially people that look like me, credentials help you, right? Because whatever you do, the better you are, the more opportunities you get, right? So basically, I was reading about this article, and I don't really like to make things about like race or things of that sort, but this guy wrote about the fact that Black college dropouts don't become successful CEOs. Now, that's a pretty blanket statement, but there was some truth to it, right? You see people like Steve Jobs, Max Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, they're all college dropouts, but they've built these billion-dollar empires. But at the end of the article he wrote, he said something along the lines that if you're a young Black professional debating whether another degree or certification is worth it, yes, not because it defines your intelligence, but it validates your worth, right? It increases your access, it strengthens your credibility, and it helps you navigate a system that wasn't designed for you to succeed. So if you want to get a degree, get a degree. If you want to go for another degree, go for that degree, but not for the approval, for the power, for the validation, and for the leverage. Because in a world where the odds aren't in your favor, you have to use every tool available to stack them in your direction, all right? Now, there are exceptions to the rule, but exceptions don't define the rule, and the rule is clear. So if you want to go get a credential, go get the credential. But I want us to break out of the shackle of just getting credentials for the sake of getting credentials, right? Get it because it adds value to your current journey in your career, right? And don't just get it because someone made a listicle on TikTok or YouTube about top 5 beginner certifications to take. And you're like, boom, bingo, I'll go take this random one. To what end? What does it add to your skill set or to your career? All right. So that's a bit of a tangent, but let's see what else she has to say.
So to study for that one, I recommend examtopics.com. Professor Messer is actually really good. I heard about Professor Dion too, and maybe some YouTube videos here and there.
Professor Messer is actually the GOAT, and Jason Dion, both are great resources.
So yeah, number two. Number 2 is CompTIA CySA Plus. So somebody did comment under my other video and said they're working on that one. And my auntie does have this certification. So it's a cybersecurity analyst certification. And I heard this one is really good too. And I will be working to get this one day.
Personally, like I'm not a fan of the CompTIA CySA Plus because it has several, there are better alternatives out there. There's the BTL one from Security Blue Team, CDSA from Hack the Box. There's the Practical Security Associate Analyst from TCM Security. There are better options for the same or even less price than a CompTIA CySA Plus. I don't think in 2025 we should still be doing multiple choice certifications on how to become a cybersecurity analyst. That's for ages past. Go get a practical certification for that.
So this one is good for anyone who wants to specialize in security analytics, threat detection, and incident response. So like threat intelligence, security monitoring, behavior analytics, detect cyber threats and stuff like that. So it's mainly good for like security engineers and stock analysts and stuff. So yeah, number 3. CompTIA Pentest Plus is the third one that I have. And I would say that somebody just hit me. But anyway, So I would say that one is good for like if you actually trying to do like hardware, like hands on. But if you're trying to like sit behind a desk, then you ain't got to worry about pen tests. But that is a good one to have too.
The Pentest Plus is more so like on pen testing and offensive security stuff. I'm not gonna tell you not to get it or not, but again, there are better options. There's the EJPT. There's the practical junior pen tester from TCM Security. There are better options, but if you want to get it, that's your prerogative.
Number 4, my favorite is Certified Ethical Hacker CEH. Now this exam is a little pricey. I heard these can go up to $2,000. So my auntie does have this one as well. So yeah, so this one is good for like obviously if you're interested in hacking. So if you want to be on that side of the field, CEH is definitely the one to get into. And yeah, I heard I don't know if it's hard, but yeah, this one is very interesting. So, and number 5 is
Not gonna lie, real ones know the truth about the CEH. Like 2025, like listen, you can get any certification you want to get, but like if you get the CEH in 2025, I don't know, I don't know what to say. But I mean, if her aunt has the certification, she might just be like a OG like cybersecurity person, because like some of the OG cybersecurity people like had that certification right before like it really got bad. So I mean, like maybe like when she got it, it was like still like the rave, but now it's different. Like so, she probably should spend time like talking to her aunt and like really trying to get a lay of the land, because her aunt might have just like gotten in like several years past, and like things have changed since then. So might just need more context with a conversation with her aunt.
it's just a Google certification. It's the Google Cybersecurity Certificate, and this one is good. You don't have no IT related experience at all. I think this one is pretty easy to get. I feel like all Google certifications is pretty easy to acquire. So yeah, this is good for like entry level cybersecurity, IT support, help desk.
The Google Cybersecurity Certificate is a certificate, not a certification. And I think there's this I'm being nitpicky about this, but a certification is different from a certificate. Now I would say the Google Cybersecurity Certificate is great. It's really good as a starting point if you literally have no background or experience in cybersecurity. Like it's a really great place to start from. So I like that. I definitely recommend it a lot. Like especially if you're eventually going to get the Security Plus, definitely a good starting point. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Definitely check it out. But I made a video about it. Also, you can check it out. But great starting point for beginners.
You would be interested in something like that. So yeah, them is the top 5 that I have for beginner level, and I also do have a list of like intermediate and advanced as well. Let me know in the comments if y'all want that as well.
All right, so that was pretty good. Some good advice there. Some things that again required context. So yeah. That being said, let's see this one about a cybersecurity specialist in Miami, Florida.
Specialist.
How much money do you make for your doing this?
So I have multiple clients and multiple projects, but I think my best year was around 400,000. But if you just focus on one project, you can make approximately like $150,000.
How many years experience do you have doing this? How long have you been doing this for?
Almost 5 years now. Yeah, almost 5 years. Yeah.
Now, what is exactly you do? Can you go into more detail? What's your job exactly?
So pretty much, I protect big companies from getting their data stolen. So I keep all the bad guys from stealing their data. So I keep my clients happy and I ensure their safety.
Now, how did you get into this, and how could someone do the same thing? Give us some advice.
So I started my own, and it wasn't easy. So I really recommend going to professionals. For example, 1010 Bootcamp teaches the 5 most lucrative professions in tech.
Yo, man. These, like, oh my goodness, it just hit me. I was like, bro, where's this going? Like, and he just said 1010 Bootcamp. Let's see what 1010 Bootcamp is, man. Oh my goodness. I was like, this is going somewhere, bro. Let's see. I've seen this before, man. They're gonna cybersecurity. Yeah. I was like, this is going somewhere, man. I need to start a bootcamp, man. Like, I really need to start a bootcamp. Like, yeah, oh my goodness. I was like, this is going somewhere. Like, where's the the punchline, right? And it just hit me. I was like, oh yeah, triple 10 boot camp. That was where it was leading to.
And including cybersecurity. They have structure, tutors, real projects for portfolios. They even prepare you for interviews. So I wish I had these schools when I started now. And the best part is they have a money-back guarantee. And I think approximately 87% of all...
Nah, this is an ad, bro. This is literally an ad. Like, this has to be like a paid collaboration or something. Like, this has to be a paid... Oh yeah, it's a paid partnership, bro. Oh my... I was like, bro, oh my goodness. Like, I was like, bro, it's too good to be true, bro. It's too good to be true, man. It's too good to be true. But listen, I would never knock anyone like who is doing well for themselves and making good money for a living. Like, that's not just my place, right? And some people like have different ways of doing it. But when you start to piece the stories together, like you start to realize, okay, like something is not adding up. And like obviously here it's like they're selling a boot camp. So hey man, it is what it is. I probably need to start my own boot camp or something. But yeah, crazy stuff. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here for this video. This was definitely fun. I liked the start. It was really good. It was great. So lots of great advice in the beginning. Kind of went downhill from there. But if you like this video, let me know so I could do another part of this video. I have a few more I want to react to. So definitely let me know. If you want to see the first one I made, actually really did very well. Check out this video over here where I went into some other cybersecurity advice videos on TikTok and all of that stuff. So we'll try to milk this until like, you know, TikTok eventually gets bought or like completely banned, and we'll see what happens. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.